to keep the secret out? Do you want to let them know?
Let the people know.
Deep secret.
One of the things we've realized is that with parenting, you have to keep reviewing, checking with each other. Does this work? Does this not work? So we are always on the same page, you know.
We keep adjusting because we realize even the kids have different personalities, you know. So it's you adjust and realize, okay, maybe that was too harsh, or maybe that was too lenient. I think once or twice Tumiso has enjoyed us. Like, are you guys playing a bad cop, good cop story here? Because, you know, once in a while, I may be lenient, she may be Kali, or vice versa. We want a situation where the kids don't fear us too much, but at the same time respect us. So there are times, even I myself switch on them, like really like, not all Kali, you know. But she's normally the more Mkali one. In fact,
Chief Whip.
Kwanza, even for me, she's anyway, no, yeah. So she's more of the Mkali one, and I'm the one. I mean, they're girls, so of course, yeah.
It's important to enforce them a lot to make sure they know before anyone else anything that is happening. You know, if dad is releasing a video, if mom is releasing a video, what kind of video, who's in it, all those things. We really have to have conversations, especially with our older daughter, because she's more, you know, she's 11 years old, so there's a lot of conversations in school.
Other kids may have opinions, you know. So she comes home and we always ask, you know, she'll tell us, you're open with her, tell us, you know, if anyone said anything, tell us. Then we explain, you know. And I think she's very sensitive. I mean, to me, so very sensitive, because that's the first one. But she's also very discerning, and she sometimes may understand something, and we have a good open conversation. So there are things we have to let her know very early, so that she can handle any situation that may come about. Because the reality is that's who we are, and we have to embrace it.
Has parenting changed you?
Parenting is very interesting because one thing I find interesting is I have also learned a lot about myself through my kids. I begin to identify, that's that's personality that I have. And you realize, okay, fine, so that may be a weakness I have, or that may be a strength I have. So you want, especially if you know there's a weakness in something, you really want to really make sure that they grow stronger in it. And sometimes you can be very harsh because you really want the best for your kids. But then you realize, okay, it's a process. Maybe you're dealing with your own issues and then you're putting them on your kids, but you really want the best for them, you know. And then you realize that you can only teach by example.
Yeah.
Because you can't keep saying, like, one of my daughters likes walking out the house without shoes, and I'm like, Daddy, Tumiso, wear your shoes, but don't walk around. And she's like, but Dad, you're also not wearing shoes. And I'm like, okay, now I have to wear shoes because I'm going to tell her to do that. So the things that, as you tell them to do, you also have to be doing them, so that they really look and see, okay, fine, I'm convinced that that's the right thing to do. I see them watching Mom a lot because she's a woman. So they want to be like, oh, so that's how Mom handles things, you know. So she has to also be on top of things, you know. Is it being tidy? You know, when they see Mom doing something, how she dresses, how she prepares. I just watch them, you know. They always want to be like Mom.
I think girls do that a lot. I know when I was a girl, I watched my mother, and she was a standard that I measured myself against, you know. And so I know it's a thing that girls do at a certain age, and they look at, because that's the woman in their life, or that's the man in their life. So they make a lot of decisions that are going to influence how they're going to live. So it puts me on my toes as well. I can't say one thing and do the other thing, you know. I can't tell them do this and then I don't do it myself. So I know they're watching me. And if I want to tell them, I think my biggest thing is, if I want to tell them to be all that they can be the best you can be, I have to do it myself. So that's one of the ways it's really changed me. And I love it. I love it so much. I honestly can't remember life before parenting. Like, I love it. When was it? Last Friday. I'm like, woohoo, movie night. Let's go watch a movie. Let's all pick a movie that we can all enjoy. Shrek, you know. I'm like, so different from 12 years ago, 13 years ago. My Friday night definition of a good time was so different. And here I am with popcorn, movies, chilling, and that's a fun Friday night. So it's changed my life in so many positive ways. I don't regret it one bit.